etheric body, ether body, or æther body, is a name given by neo-Theosophy to a vital body or subtle body propounded in esoteric philosophies as the first or lowest layer in the human energy field or aura. It is said to be in immediate contact with the physical body to sustain it and connect it with higher bodies. The English term etheric in this context seems to derive from the theosophical writings of Madame Blavatsky, but its use was formalized by C.W. Leadbeater and Annie Besant, due to the elimination of Hindu terminology from the system of the 7 planes or bodies in the Adyar school of Theosophy. The term gained some general popularity after the 1914-18 war, a Walter John Kellner having adopted it for a layer of the human atmosphere, which, as he claimed in a popular book, could be rendered visible to the naked eye by means of certain exercises. The classical element æther of Platonic physics continued in Victorian scientific proposals of a luminiferous ether, as well as the cognate chemical substance, ether. Fear and loathing in Las Vegas springs to mind. According to the Theosophists and Alice Bailey, the etheric body inhabits the etheric plane, which corresponds to the 4 higher sub-planes of the physical plane. The intended reference is therefore to some extremely rarefied matter, analogous in the usage to the word spirit, which was originally breath. In selecting it as the term for a clearly defined concept in an Indian-derived metaphysical system, Theosophists aligned it with ideas such as the prana maya kosha, a sheath made of prana, subtle breath or life force of Vedantic thought. We are consistently seeing the word spirit connected to the Mesopotamian bird-man, but with the logos, Tahut, the bird-man of Egypt. It is not the weighing of the heart in relation to the afterlife, but actually the weighing of words, and the description is vital breath. Another connection is that the divine storm bird is also known as mist, fog, dew, or air. Theosophy was taken from earlier works, so who do these terms actually belong to? The chicken or the egg? As always, food for thought. It is often confounded with the related concept of the astral body, as for example, in the terms of astral projection, the early Theosophists had called it the astral double. Others prefer to speak of the lower and higher astral. I wonder if this could be the term double seed. If so, it is potentially a form of spiritual possession. Linga Saira, for the invisible double of the human body, the etheric body, etheric double, or astral body, as it is known in some theosophical concepts. It is one of the 7 principles of the human being, according to the theosophical philosophy. Rudolf Steiner, the founder of Anthroposophy, often referred to the etheric body, æther, or life body, in association with the etheric formative forces, the evolution of man and the cosmos. According to him, it can be perceived by a person gifted with clairvoyance as a being of peach blossom color. Steiner considered the etheric reality as quite distinct from the physical, material reality, being intermediate with the physical world and the astral soul world. The etheric body can be characterized as the life force also present in the plant kingdom. The mandrake and the lotus spring to mind. It maintains the physical body's form until death. At that time, it separates from the physical body, and the physical reverts to the natural disintegration. According to Max Heindel's Rosicrucian writings, the etheric body, composed of 4 ethers, is called the vital body, since the ether is the way of ingress for vital force from the sun and the field of agencies in nature, which promote vital activities such as assimilation, growth and propagation. It is an exact counterpart of our physical body, molecule for molecule and organ for organ, but it is of the opposite polarity. It is slightly larger, extending about 1 and 1.5 inches beyond the periphery of the physical body. Samael Aun Weor teaches that the vital body is the tetradimensional part of the physical body and the foundation of organic life. Before I read the next part, the demon Zu is the bringer of fire, hence the initiator of fire. And Samael Aun Weor states that the second initiation of fire, which is reached through working with sexual magic with a spouse, the Kundalini, rises in the vital body. Then the initiate learns how to separate the 2 superior ethers from the others, in order for them to serve as a vehicle to travel out of the physical body. From my point of view, this is a guide on how to turn yourself into a conduit. And of course, this is related to the world tree, again attached to the Birdman. On the tree of life of the Kabbalah, the vital body is often related to the Sephirah Yesod. The beings that possess only etheric bodies within the teachings of Theosophy. The word devas has many different variations, but the meaning is spirit or demon, which is a red flag in my eyes. The angels originally had no names, and this is also the definition of the Utukku, the Uddug, who had no name or form of their own. Apparently, there are supposed to be etheric beings craving form in our reality, so the parallels do fit nicely to the etheric or astral body concept, of course depending on perspective, but there are many similarities. The Devas, I call them Devas because they are. The Devas are regarded as living in the atmosphere of the planets of the solar system, planetary angels, or inside the sun, the solar angels. Presumably, other planetary systems and stars have their own angels, and they are said to help guide the operation of the processes of nature, such as the process of evolution and the growth of plants. Their appearance is reputedly like colored flames, about the size of a human being. It is believed by Theosophists that devas can be observed when the third eye is activated. Some, but not all devas, originally incarnated as human beings. But the 7 spirits were attributed to, attached to, the stars. This was not their original position. Remember that 7 is their number, which is invariable, but the descriptions of them are variable. Their number never changes, but it has changed through language. The description of the Devas has multiple parallels to the jinn, fallen angels, and more specifically, the demons of ancient Babylon. And this is why the book is on my mind. These entities appear to be attached to many aspects of our everyday lives. They are still the seven, but under another guise. This was done with the flick of a quill. Yet being possessed by this demon is triggered basically by sloppy writing. So the god responsible for dividing the language has a lot to answer for. The god of literature, the Birdman, quite possibly and literally the god of the word, the Logos. It is believed by Theosophists that nature spirits, elementals, gnomes, ondines and sylphs, salamanders, and fairies can also be observed when the third eye is activated. It is maintained by Theosophists that these less evolutionary, developed beings have never been previously incarnated as human beings. They are regarded as on a separate line of spiritual evolution called the Deva evolution. Eventually, as their souls advance, as they reincarnate, it is believed that they will incarnate as Devas. Hold up a minute, I thought they were higher beings, teaching us to ascend. If anything, we would be helping them. Which is another red flag, isn't it? For example, the Book of Enoch. You were supposed to intercede for men, and not men for you. This is a reference to the fallen angels, the Watchers. We may be indirectly invoking these entities via society as a whole. For example, take the Marvel Avengers. It's all to do with the hearts and minds of the people. If you can get them early enough, the possibilities are endless. It is asserted by Theosophists that all of the mentioned beings possess etheric bodies, but no physical bodies. They are composed of etheric matter, a type of matter finer and more pure that is composed of smaller particles than ordinary physical plane matter. Please hit that notification bell to ensure that you are notified for each upload. Share, like, comment and subscribe to support the channel for more ancient mysteries.